Parkland High School, the site tonight for the District 11 3A Individual Wrestling Championships is the D11Sports.com Match of the Week presented by St. Luke's Sports Medicine. Hi and welcome, everyone. Al DeCarlo alongside Kyle Berger. So glad you could join us here for the 3A Championships. Wrestling is what it's all about in the Lehigh Valley. It's an exciting time to get out there.
It absolutely is. And as we suspected, Al, Nazareth and Bethlehem Catholic, the top two teams in the team score coming into the finals here tonight. Each team has 7 wrestlers in the finals tonight, so it's still up in the air, although Nazareth has the edge going into this final round.
Obviously an opportunity to crown champions. They won't have the parade of champions this year, but at the same time, you're crowning champions in a year that no one expected maybe wrestling to go.
Absolutely, and that's the thing. Hey, no spectators, but we still have wrestling, and that's the important thing. They even added an extra round of wrestling in the postseason, so top 3 qualify for the regionals next week, and from that, the top 4 go to super regionals before the top 4 then go to states. So it's a longer road to Hershey this year than it typically has been for the Lehigh Valley, but a little bit of home field advantage today with the District 11 tournament.
Well, excited to bring it to you. Our D11Sports.com Match of the Week. It's the championships. We'll have the opening lineup when we return from Parkland High School.
Are you searching for a place where you belong? Where your fitness matters? Regardless of what shape you're in, St. Luke's Fitness and Sports Performance Centers have a professional team that will help you meet or exceed your fitness goals. With locations throughout the region and nationally recognized fitness experts, you'll become a member of a supportive fitness community. We call it Extraordinary Fitness. Visit us online to start your free 7-day membership and let us help you thrive.
For all the moments of your life, through thick and thin, Broski Insurance has been there. Since 1965, it has been our honor to be there for you and your family, both in the good times and the tough times.
Home, auto, life, and business. Broski Insurance Agency. Tradition and pride since 1965. Online at broskiins.com.
Since 1919, the name Reichenbach Oil has been synonymous with reliability and community. That's because for the past 100 years, we've been delivering heating oil to Lehigh Valley homes at ultra-competitive pricing 7 days a week, with auto delivery and easy payment options to fit your needs. And we offer same-day delivery. When you need oil delivered, think Reichenbach. 100 years of serving the Lehigh Valley community. Reichenbach Oil, delivery you can count on.
We are back here at Parkland High School getting ready for the opening bout. They will start at 106 and move their way up for championships. Again, we are here at the 3A classification at Parkland High School. We'll have the 2A classification at the Schrin Center in Palmer Township. So glad you can join us here this afternoon, and obviously an exciting matchups with all these getting placed. They're moving the mats around and stuff, and as Kyle said, you know, the third place is going to be a big match as well because you know you're moving to states at the same time. When we return, the starting lineups for you. Again, for Parkland High School, you're watching D11Sports.com. Match of the Week, your district championships back after this.
When neck or back pain makes life feel like this, or this, think St. Luke's Comprehensive Spine. Our approach to treating back and neck pain will get you on a course to healing. Most back and neck pain can be resolved through physical therapy, and when it can't, St. Luke's Comprehensive Spine offers a full spectrum of specialty services. So when back or neck pain makes life feel like this, think St. Luke's Comprehensive Spine. We've got your back, and neck, and spine.
For all the moments of your life, through thick and thin, Broski Insurance has been there. Since 1965, it has been our honor to be there for you and your family, both in the good times and the tough times.
Home, auto, life, and business. Broski Insurance Agency. Tradition and pride since 1965. Online at broskiins.com.
Since 1919, the name Reichenbach Oil has been synonymous with reliability and community. That's because for the past 100 years, we've been delivering heating oil to Lehigh Valley homes at ultra-competitive pricing 7 days a week, with auto delivery and easy payment options to fit your needs. And we offer same-day delivery. When you need oil delivered, think Reichenbach. 100 years of serving the Lehigh Valley community. Reichenbach Oil. Delivery you can count on.
We are back here at Parkland High School. Aldi Carl, Kyle Berger will be joined a little bit later on by Joey Draper, our sideline reporter from Emmaus High School. Bill Lewis, Sports Fan Base Network, also in the house. And, we're excited. There's no question that, wrestling in the Lehigh Valley, wrestling in the state of Pennsylvania is always a great time and obviously an opportunity for us to see some quality matchups all the way through. So we'll wait and see what happens moving forward. But obviously, an opportunity for Kyle and I to really see some primetime matchups. Kyle, we'll look at the lineup first, and as we look at the lineup, let me know if anything jumps out at you.
Well, I think a couple things. I'm going to start at the bottom. You have a freshman wrestling for a district heavyweight title. That is very rare. Sean Kinney and all of the Nazareth wrestlers entered the postseason with maybe individually at most 1 or 2 matches under their belts. Their program has really struggled through COVID this whole season, and they're here, which is just a blessing for Dave Kroll and the rest of the Blue Eagles that they have the opportunity to wrestle in the postseason after almost a negligible regular season. But, when you look at the bottom part, the first half of this lineup here, look at all those Bethlehem Catholic guys down low. All right, and you've got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row there between 113 and 138. The Condomiti brothers are the favorites in their respective finals. Dagan, the sophomore, at 145. Jagger, the Nebraska-bound senior, at 160. And then Easton with 2 real studs at 172 and 189, and Dom Falcone and Isaiah Reinert. So those are the guys that I'm looking forward to. Also, keep your eye on that 126-pound match. Tyler Kasich, a nationally ranked wrestler, but he's got Parrish McFarland, a freshman from Pottsville, who has been tearing it up and making a name for himself here in this season. Well,
exciting time for sure. And again, they will match up on one mat, and on the other mat will be the Consolations. They'll start at 106 and move through at 113. There you see the first round matchup at 106. It's going to be Carson Wagner, a sophomore from Northampton, and taking on Jason Jasenowicz from a senior from Stroudsburg.
And it's rare that in a typical postseason, how many times are we going to say that today? But in a typical wrestling season, you don't have a lot of undefeated wrestlers at this point in the season, but we're going to have a lot of undefeated wrestlers squaring off here, and somebody's going to be taking their first loss in these finals this afternoon here at Parkland High School.
Well, so glad you could join us here on D11sports.com. As we get ready for the finals. It's been an exciting couple of days of wrestling, not only here at Parkland High School, but at the Schrin Center in Palmer Township. It's just that opportunity to see these guys make their way to, center stage, really, and have that opportunity. Next week the 3A goes to the Schrin Center and changes up a little bit, and I know Quakertown's in the mix as well. So, it doesn't matter where these guys are going. They don't care. They all only care about getting on that mat and being able to participate and take part in a championship. And again, 2 mats going on at the same time. Obviously, the championship match is where we'll focus on, and we'll move over to the consolation finals as we go through it. But again, getting ready for the opening bout, and it's at 106. Carson Wagner and Jason Jasenowicz from Stroudsburg, and Kyle Berger has the action.
Well, Carson Wagner there in the black and orange singlet. He is a sophomore, 5-0 this season, 43-17 overall, and a highly ranked wrestler. He placed 6th in the PIAA as a freshman last season. And Jason Jasenowicz, coached by Sean Richmond, was 5th in the district, 4th in the region last year. No takedown yet. Joe McIntyre, the referee, will signal out of bounds before the takedown, right in front of the Northampton coaching staff there. Seth Elisa, the head coach for the K-Kids.
Seth Elisa has done it for a long time. He's did a great job, had a great career at Northampton at the same time, and just, watching him now, seeing what he did best and, watching championship wrestling.
And we'll do our best to keep you updated on score and time. The way that Jim is set up with Flow Wrestling, there's no scoreboard. There's a TV monitor, and it's facing the opposite direction. So we can let you know there's 1:05 left in the first period. No score here at 106 pounds.
You can't see through a reflection or anything like that?
Not at all. The magic of the internet is telling us that there's 1 minute left. Good counter shot here by Jasenowicz, and it's countered again by Wagner. And now Jasinovic is trying to get himself through by passing the leg. Wagner has Jasinovic in trouble. No control awarded yet. Now he's got that low leg. Jasinovic hanging on. Trying for a stalemate at best. There's 2 points awarded. So it's a 2-0 lead for Wagner with 30 seconds to go in the first period. He's got that leg turked. And Jasinovic trying to belly down. He's able to at least, well, nope, turning in. Does he get caught by Wagner? One swipe, not two. So it will remain a 2-0 score here for Wagner with 10 seconds to go. Dangerous situation for Jasinovic, but he was able to right the ship before it was too late, and that's the end of the first period. It's 2-0 Carson Wagner.
So early going after one period, and then on the consolation mat, it's Christian Horvath taking on Charlie Pavis,
yeah.
And it's 1-0 on that mat.
And the winner of that one moves on to regionals next week. So here in the championship final, Wagner choosing bottom to start the second period. Quickly to his feet, and he will get the escape. So 3-0, just 10 seconds into the second period for Carson Wagner, the sophomore from Northampton. Mentioned 6th in the state last year, took 3rd in the district and the region last year as well. One of his main competitors last year, a nemesis, if you will, is up at 126 now, Tyler Kasich, so he doesn't have to worry about him. Wagner with 120 to wrestle here, goes in on a little underhook dump, and he's got Jasinovic in trouble, gets a takedown, no back points, so it's now 5-0, Northampton leading.
Kyle, as you come through this, and we watch the wrestling going on at the same time, is there one wrestler in all these championships that stands out for you?
Well, I think the headliner today is probably Jagger Condomiti. So they go out of bounds, and an escape there for Jasinovic with 57 seconds to go. Jagger's going to Nebraska next year. He's ranked number 4 in the nation. He is a top gun. But I also really like Dom Falcone, the West Point-bound senior from Easton. We'll see him at 172. He has a motor like a lightweight, but the strength of an upper weight wrestler.
Sounds like me.
Sure. Wagner leading 5-1 here, 30 seconds to wrestle. He's been controlling the action for the better part of this match. Low single. And Jasinovic on his rear end here in trouble. Wagner rather, trying to step up and get 2. Nothing yet. There it is. With 10 seconds to go. Going to try to finish this period on top is Wagner. Comfortably ahead now, 7-1 against the senior Jason Jasinovic from Stroudsburg, and time expires. So we head to the third period with Wagner leading at 7-1. And on the third place match, Christian Horvath has a 2-0 lead on Charlie Pavis of Bethlehem Catholic. Although that's now going to be a 2-1 lead. As I looked over, there was a locking hands call against Horvath. So a close match there. And a 7-1 match underway here in the third period. Jasinovic chose top. Not wanting to be underneath Wagner, can't blame him. Wagner gets to his feet and will escape on second effort there. So it's now 8-1. Wagner, one of 4 finalists for Northampton tonight. We mentioned in the open, Bethlehem Catholic and Nazareth each with 7. And that team score, this is a chance for Bethlehem Catholic to maybe pick up some team points in that third place match, which is now tied 2-2, with Nazareth not having a wrestler in the top 4 here at 106.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. They moved to 2-2, so it's getting interesting on the consolation match right now with Wagner leading 8-1.
Yeah, this match has 1:05 to go as Wagner throws Jasinovic to his back, looking to maybe finish it off here in style. There's the slap. It comes at 5:03 rather, of the third period. And Wagner moving on. We join in progress the third place match here at 106 pounds. Christian Horvath and Charlie Pavis are tied 2-2. Horvath in the black and gold of freedom. Pavis has that Bethlehem Catholic singlet with his name on the back of it. Trying to stalemate here with 30 seconds to go. Horvath stepping over, still no control as Pavis hanging on to that left ankle of Horvath. Now he's getting himself up high. He throws the leg in, and he has what might be the decisive takedown with 15 seconds to go. So Charlie Pavis, who was down 2-0, took advantage of locked hands, got an escape, and gets the winning takedown with 10 seconds left. He'll move on to the region next week by finishing third here for the Golden Hawks. And again, big match in the team score there for Charlie Pavis.
So a great opportunity. They'll get their medals at the table, and then they'll exit right afterwards, and we'll see if we can get, some. So they go over, they get their medals, they give a high five, and then they move forward as we get ready for 113. And as it's going to be, and the wrestling fans know, at 106, you wait until both matches are complete, then you move on to 113, and then you move on to 120 going through. So Carson Wagner is a champion. He moves on.
And Bethlehem Catholic pulls within a half a point of Nazareth with that win at 106 pounds in the third place match there. And this will be one of 4 head-to-heads between Nazareth and Bethlehem Catholic in the finals. And Charlie Bunting in the white singlet of Nazareth, he's a sophomore, taking on Cale McIntyre, who is also a sophomore from Bethlehem Catholic. They're both undefeated on the season. Wagner, he is 2-0 this season, 41-7 for his career. McIntyre's 5-0 this season, 29-8 for his career.
Interesting how you say undefeated. Nazareth only playing that one dual meet.
Yep.
We were supposed to have them against Easton, and it never happened. They postponed it the first time. They postponed it the second time. Didn't get that opportunity to see them, but here an opportunity to see some of their wrestlers in action, and obviously they want to have a good day today. They want to have an extreme good day. I mean, the Nazareth community has always been around, some great wrestlers in their time.
Bunting has pinned both his opponents this weekend. Caden Brish of Blue Mountain and Austin No in the semifinals in Northampton. He's coached by Dave Crowell, legendary head coach at Nazareth, has also coached at Easton and Wilson area. And for McIntyre, coached by Jeff Karam at Bethlehem Catholic. He's also pinned both his opponents, Cale Harmon, Pocono Mountain East, and Connor Warner of Liberty in 137 in the semis. A couple of stalemates here in the early going at 113. 42 seconds left. Over on the other mat in the consolation final, Connor Warner of Liberty has a 4-0 lead on Austin No of Northampton.
So first period action at the 113 weight class for a champion.
You can see the clash of styles there between Bunting and McIntyre. Bunting wanting to certainly keep a lower level, it appears. And McIntyre, using those underhooks as his defense, will throw by to a single. They'll go out of bounds and off the mat. So back to the center with 14 seconds to wrestle here in the first period. Charlie Bunting in the white, Cale McIntyre in the black. Final 5 seconds. These wrestlers look content to have a first period go by scoreless. A little flurry at the buzzer there.
So one period complete, and while it's 0-0 on one side, you got a pretty good match going on in the consolation.
Yeah, 6'4" Austin No is leading Connor Warner of Liberty right now. And he's actually has Warner on his back. So No looks like he's going to win by fall, and he does. Meanwhile, on our championship final, it remains scoreless as Bunting gets to his feet. And will be run off the mat by McIntyre. 16 seconds gone by in the second period.
Watching our D11Sports.com match of the week presented by St. Luke's Sports Medicine. It is the District 11 3A Individual Championships here from Parkland High School. Al DeCarlo, Kyle Berger with you. So glad you could join us on this Sunday. Usually not having these matches on Sunday, but they wanted to make sure that there was not any movement with traffic when it came on Friday, school going through, and Parkland does a great job. Billy Dreisbach does a great job here at the same time.
So with that, an escape for Bunting. 1:20 to wrestle here in the second period. Nazareth sophomore 113-pounder. Had a really nice season last year, 41-7. Or 39-7, rather. And it'll get shot off the mat there. Back to the center they go. 1-0, Bunting leading McIntyre, 58 seconds to go. Good low stalking here by Bunting. As McIntyre backing up a little bit as they're kind of in three-point stances here, looking to kind of pounce low here.
So while you saw the Consolation move on, again, nothing goes on in that Consolation, and we don't move up to 120 weight class until this one is in the books.
Correct. 25 seconds to go here in the second period. Bunting leading McIntyre 1-0, and he's got his back to the center of the mat. He's wrestling good with the lead here. A throw-by attempt by McIntyre as he got to the edge. They'll go out. 15 seconds to wrestle. I love how Bunting is just sitting there waiting in the center for that restart. And again, here toward the end of the period, not much happening here. Kind of conceding, all right, let's just go to the third period. And the final 3 seconds tick off, and that's it. A little throw by, but that happened well after the whistle.
Today's championship brought to you by Reichenbach Oil Company, celebrating over 100 years of providing the Lehigh Valley with convenient and reliable home heating oil delivery. Proud to support all District 11 athletes. Mentioned you heard this on D11 Sports, and receive $25 off your next delivery. Reichenbach Oil Company. They do a great job each and every time out. Again, need some oil? They are coming that day if need be. So we're at 113.
Just a little bit of a delay there with McIntyre having to fix his face covering. It's one of the things that is obviously a sign of the times here as he gets the escape, and we're tied at 1 just into the third period. But you saw Charlie Bunting was a little frustrated about that delay. He wanted to get things going. So it's 1-1 here. And got a minute 30 to go. As again, Bunting is kind of controlling what's happening. They go out of bounds here with 1:24 to go. Those are the medalists, by the way, at 106. We'll head back to 113 with 1:24 to go, a 1-1 score between Charlie Bunting and Cale McIntyre. A little bit of a stoppage here. And, they're going to call unnecessary roughness for a little eye poke on that head tap, and that's going to give a point to Charlie Bunting. And Jeff Karam's out of his chair. He wants to talk about it, but the officials say no thank you. So a little bit of head taps here and there, and that's a decisive point right now in the match with 1:05 to go. It's a 2-1 lead for Charlie Bunting. And you could tell that, maybe McIntyre was getting a little frustrated with Bunting and his low level there. But with that head tap, he was getting into the eyes, and it had to be called. So 2-1 the lead for Bunting, 45 seconds to go. Trying to muscle his way around McIntyre. And they'll go out of bounds.
I know Joey Draper's down there with the 106 champ. We'll wait for this to happen first, and then we'll go to him in a couple seconds.
So Bunting did not place in districts last year as a freshman, but looking to win the gold medal here for Nazareth. And again, a big match in the team score. Low single attempt here by Bunting. 25 seconds to go. McIntyre trying to pull himself up and out the back, trying to get his head high. Bunting just hanging on to that ankle, looking for just at the very least here to waste a little bit of time. 10 seconds to go. There's the stalemate call. So 10 seconds remaining. Bunting has a 2-1 lead. McIntyre's got to go. He has not been able to get in deep on Bunting, and there hasn't been a stalling warning on Bunting, who's going to get called for a caution there, backing out. So Bunting trying to play keep away here for 5 seconds more. There's a stalling warning against him. No harm, though. And time will run out on McIntyre, and Charlie Bunting is the District 11 champion at 113. A 2-1 win because of a penalty point midway through the third period.
And now we go down to Joey Draper, who's got 106 champ.
Your 113-pound champion by 2-1 decision.
What does this district championship mean to you? It means a lot. It means I can move on to regionals now. Feels good to get a good first place win. I was dominant the whole match. It feels good. Carson, congratulations. Best of luck in regionals. Back upstairs, guys.
Great job, Joey, down on the floor with the champion, Carson Wagner, the sophomore from Northampton. So Wagner wins at Northampton. Third place goes to Charlie Pavis. And then we got our 113 champion.
Yeah, Charlie Bunting winning at 2-1 there. So we're underway here at 120. Dante Frenzy from Bethlehem Catholic in the black singlet, and Javian De Leon from Liberty in the red, white, and blue of the Hurricanes. Matchup of two juniors here. Frenzy 6-0 this year, 70-26 for his career. De Leon still has the whizzer, but you question the effectiveness of that whizzer. Is that going to be 2 points or no? Nope. Now he gets out of bounds. The officials are going to discuss it a little bit, but no takedown is awarded. So they go back to the center. No score. Frenzy was 5th in the state last year at 113 pounds, so he's up a weight class after a 32-15 campaign. Also was a state qualifier as a freshman. And again, the head taps here. The official's going to give a little bit of a warning. No penalty outright yet, but a little pause in the action to tell the guys to settle down. De Leon was 35-9 last year for Liberty, finished 2nd in the district, 4th in the region. He'll flip himself underneath here trying to scramble out of Frenzy, who is going to sneak out the back and maybe even just try to hold De Leon there under control. And he's got control. And did he get 2? Yes, he... It's hard to tell if they awarded the 2 back points or not. I don't think they did, just the takedown.
So leading by score 2-0.
Yeah, it kind of looked like 1.5 swipes there instead of the full 2. This, though, with that high leg being thrown in by Frenzy, trying to work over De Leon, not able to. Final 3 seconds of the period tick off. It's a 2-0 lead for Dante Frenzy, and the Coach Jeff Karam looking for a little clarification on that back point situation. The official said, nope, was not a full 2. So I'll go back to the middle with a 2-0 lead for Bethlehem Catholic's Dante Frenzy. Jake Doon, meanwhile, is having his way right now in his third place match. Against Keegan Damarist of Pocono Mountain East, 7-0 lead. Takedown here, a reversal rather, for Frenzy. He's got a 4-0 lead.
Home, auto, life, and business, Broski Insurance Agency has you covered with more than 50 years of experience. Give their friendly staff a call at 610-264-3940 or visit their website at broskiins.com. Broski Insurance, tradition and pride since 1965.
So up to the minute, Nazareth with a 202.5 to 198 point lead on Bethlehem Catholic. But again, Nazareth without a dog in this fight here at 120, so Bethlehem Catholic with the chance to get back even, if not surpass Nazareth based on the result here at 120. However, De Leon says we're not done yet with the reversal here at the midway point of the second period. It's 4-2, Dante Frenzy leading Javian De Leon. De Leon on top now. Trying to return Frenzy, maybe even into a tilt. Can't do that. 45 seconds to go.
You know, Kyle, you go years and years and years of these wrestlers going, and you get that magic number of 100 wins. Then it goes, some are getting 150 wins. With the COVID, pandemic that we've had, you're losing so many matches, and some of these are not reaching some of the goals that they wanted to reach, in their career.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, and I always thought that over the years, the number 100, well, you have to be a very good wrestler to get 100 wins. Final 15 seconds, by the way, of the second period, with De Leon trying to tilt Frenzy. And Frenzy able to just kind of roll through there. De Leon trying desperately here. Frenzy just kind of flattening out. And 2 seconds to go, that's it. So we go to the third period. It's 4-2. Frenzy leading. Meanwhile, Jake Dune is up 11-1. There you see on mat number 2. Looking very comfortable with 40 seconds to go in that third place match. So Dune, I misspoke earlier. I said Nazareth didn't have anybody in it at 120. I totally forgot about Jake Dune. So he's going to pick up some points for Nazareth. However, not as many team points as Dante Frenzy could for Bethlehem Catholic with a win here in the finals.
Great credit to, Bob Hartman, the District 11 committee, getting the matches in, getting everything, the locations, battling for, some spots, where you're going to put them, where you're going to go, and having that opportunity to do so. And, in that chance and that opportunity, you give these student athletes the opportunity to I keep using the word opportunity, but it is. You didn't know what you were going to get in November and December, and things change so quickly that, now all of a sudden we're looking at wrestlers going for championships, going to regionals, going to super regionals, and, is a big difference here.
So Frenzy leading 4-2 on top here in the third period with about 90 seconds to go. De Leon trying to hip over and tie this thing up. Dune, by the way, wins 11-1. He goes on to next week. Nazareth picks up a third place at 120 pounds. 1 minute to wrestle here in the third period at 120. And Frenzy riding tough on top. Got that leg in on the right side. Trying to go across the body of De Leon. Riding real tough right now. Bethlehem Catholic, in the history of District 11, this would be their 90th District 11 champion, trailing Easton with 190, Northampton with 133, and Nazareth with 117. Well, De Leon is able to slip out, and he's tied this thing up with 20 seconds to go. It's 4-4. Frenzy's going whirlybird, and he's calling for injury. And we'll see what's going on. They're running the injury clock there, and he's going to get a fresh restart with 13 seconds to go. So they're looking at, looks like it is right knee. You got 90 seconds of injury time here to take care of things, but boy, Javian De Leon looked like he was really in trouble there with Frenzy riding hard on top, but he hits a quick reversal. And
so you're sitting here at 4-4.
Yep, 13 seconds to go.
This one's going down to the wire. And then some.
And that's the thing where you heard the groan from, there's no crowd here, but all of the wrestlers, they know that basically in the position they were in, De Leon was going to be able to ride out the final 13 seconds there, but now with that injury time, you get a fresh restart, and Frenzy will be able to try to get an escape here with 13 seconds to go, and De Leon's going to try to ride him cowboy and force overtime. There is a caution on top there for De Leon on the false start. 1 second actually came off the clock, so they're going to put 13 back on the clock. And they have done that. So here we go off the restart, tied at 2. A little tight waist and ankle here from De Leon trying to crowd Frenzy's hips. Oh, good hip over there by De Leon. Could he get back points here? No, just one swipe as time has expired. Oh, Liberty really wanted 2 on the back points there. I only saw one swipe, and there's going to be a conference at the head table.
Wow. And you mentioned they put that extra second back up because, which was needed, but.
Oh, coach misconduct warning there against Brandon Hall. No big deal. So 1 minute, sudden victory, first points win, and first points to the district champion here at 120. Javian De Leon, Dante Frenzy. Low single by Frenzy. De Leon's going to try to counter with the shin whizzer. Frenzy tried to attack the head. Now he comes around behind. Hands are down. There's 2 points. And Dante Frenzy escapes with a 6-4 sudden victory win at 120 pounds. Good match between those two wrestlers. So Frenzy wins it for Bethlehem Catholic, their first champion of the afternoon.
Yeah, great victory for Frenzy. And that he wins his 70th bout of his career at the same time. So he'll remember number 70 as a district championship.
I have a feeling those two guys are going to meet again next week. So going into 126 pounds, we've got Tyler Kasich of Bethlehem Catholic and Parrish McFarland of Pottsville, who's trying to go electric here in the early going with a little upper body. Nazareth, by the way, 206.5. Bethlehem Catholic 202 on the team score. McFarland, a freshman from Pottsville. He's the one on his rear end right now. Tyler Kasich of Bethlehem Catholic looking to pick up the first takedown. 2 points is awarded as Parrish McFarland bellies down. Kasich is ranked number 16 in the nation by Flow Wrestling. 5th in the PIAA last year, down a couple of weight classes at 106th. And this tournament, he's won by fall, won by technical fall, and had an 8-1 win over Patrick Snoke of Northampton in the semifinal. McFarland, 2 pins to start off his tournament, although he's on his back right now, giving up some back points. Beat Ryan King from Southern Lehigh and Oliver Fairchild of Easton by fall, as Kasich gets a 3-point near fall awarded. And McFarland, a 2-0 winner over Andreo Farena of Nazareth in the semifinal, coached by Gary Keener of the Crimson Tide. So 5-0, Kasich over McFarland, 45 seconds to go. And here Kasich has McFarland stacked up with an arm bar. He's doubled it up. McFarland trying to keep that left shoulder up. 30 seconds, though. That's a long time to try to fight off of this predicament. Oh, he is able to kind of belly over. Not out of it quite yet, though. Still the same sequence, so 3 back points being held here. 10 seconds to go. Final 5 seconds. McFarland trying to fight off his back here. 3 seconds, 2, 1, and time is up. So a 3-point near fall there, all part of that sequence. 8-0, Tyler Kasich leading Parrish McFarland after 1.
And with that, we go down to Joey Draper, who has another champion.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Nazareth sophomore Charlie Bunting. Charlie, you told me on our way over here it wasn't the best performance, but you still got the gold medal. What does it mean?
It means a lot to me. I'm only in 10th grade. Last year, I went out first round of districts. Wrestled one of the best guys in the country. I was up and then broke my hand. Wrestled 1 match, won, and then had a medical forfeit because of it. And that was not the best. And over the summer, I just worked so hard. I was training with Sam, Sasso, both Sassos, Pearson. You know, they did everything to help me out. The weight cut was pretty good. My performance before that match was great. When I got in that match, you know, I had no nerves. I was just flowing. We didn't do too much, which isn't good. I should have got to my attacks more, but I got the chip. That's all that matters, and can't wait to compete next weekend.
Best of luck in regionals, Charlie, next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great job down on the floor by Joey, just, getting the insight. These guys are winning championships. We got them with the student reporters. They've been doing a great job all year long, and since we started this, great job here by the Sports Fan Base Network and everybody. And, a big part of our, what we do at D11 is our students. And, I had a chance earlier today to broadcast a Moravian basketball game with one of my former students who's now playing football at Moravian College, and now he's broadcasting side by side doing basketball. So back to action here.
Yeah, this is the third place match. There was a little bit of a scoreboard issue on mat number 1 in the final, but that quick peek there shows us that Tyler Cunningham of Whitehall is up 2-0 over Patrick Snoke in the third place match, and it's 9-0 Kasich after an early escape in the second period, leading Parrish McFarland, who, again, only a freshman. We're going to hear a lot from McFarland before it's all said and done. He's just running into a buzzsaw here. You remember that interview that we just heard with Charlie Bunting. He said, well, I had to wrestle one of the best guys in the country, and I broke my hand last year. It was Tyler Kasich in the first round of districts, who went on, as we mentioned, to win 5th in the state last year at 106 pounds. So there is an out-of-bounds call, and we'll go back to the center. 9-0 Kasich, leading 59 seconds to go in the second period. A good go behind there by Kasich off of a half-shot attempt by McFarland. 11-0 the lead. Kasich still in control. And McFarland trying a little bit of a throw here. They'll go out of bounds. An escape is awarded. So now 9-1. There's a quick look at the medal podium.
Yeah, we'd love to move.
Three-fourths of it.
Yeah, I'd love to move them over a little bit. We'll see if we can do that.
But there's the winner at 120 pounds, Dante Frenzy. Kasich going to work here up on top. It's 13-1 now. And if he gets the full complement of 3 back points here, that's it. And a technical fall here with 8 seconds to go here in the second period. And it looks like that's going to be the way this match ends. At the end of 2 periods, a 15-point lead and a technical fall. Final score 16-1 as Tyler Kasich goes big in the finals for Bethlehem Catholic. Now we're looking in on the third place match. There's 27 seconds left. Tyler Cunningham of Whitehall in that gold singlet is leading Patrick Snoke in black and orange of Northampton. Snoke needs a takedown with 20 seconds to go. It's kind of a freestyle mat here. That gray area is not out of bounds, but there's an out of bounds and a stalling warning against Cunningham. 12 seconds to go. He needs to avoid getting taken down to win third and move on to next week. Final seconds here. There actually was a point awarded. We joined that match in progress, so that was the second stall call against Cunningham. So we're tied at 2 going into sudden victory.
Oh, no.
So 20 seconds into the sudden victory period. First points win. Snoke gets around behind. And there's the 2 points, and he is the winner, 4-2. Patrick Snoke come from behind win, and you can see Cunningham not happy about it as he got called for stalling in the closing seconds. And that's going to be it. Cunningham's out of here. The coaching staff not happy either. But that's not going to change the results of this match. Snokes the winner over Cunningham.
All right, with that now we go down to Joey Draper with another winner. Joey?
Just at that camera. Thanks, guys. I'm here with Dante Frenzy. Dante, congratulations first off. And what does this district championship mean to you, moving that you're going to regionals next weekend?
I'm pretty excited. Obviously, I didn't wrestle the way I wanted to, but I came out with a win, and I'm just really excited for regionals next week and to try to move on to states the following 2 weeks.
Congratulations, Dante. Back upstairs, guys.
All right, Joey, great job. And we move on here to 132 for the championship. Matt Mayer and Dominic Wheatley. Mayer is senior from Bethlehem Catholic. Dominic Wheatley is sophomore from Nazareth. Kyle?
Mayer is looking to go back to Hershey for the 4th time in his career. 3-time state qualifier. 5-0 this season, 87-28 overall. Another head-to-head between Bethlehem Catholic and Nazareth, as a little scramble here between Mayer and Wheatley, the sophomore from Nazareth. There's 2 points awarded for Mayer. They're still inbounds. Now they'll go out, and Wheatley will be down. Wheatley in the white singlet. Mayer, Bethlehem Catholic, in the gold. And he's got something going on. I don't know if he clashed heads or what, but trying to shake out the cobwebs before he gets on top. And he's not going to get on top. He's going to go ahead and give Wheatley the free release. So it's 2-1, or excuse me, 4-2. And we missed an early takedown as we were in that interview. So 4-2, Mayer leading Wheatley 1 minute into this first period at 132 pounds. Mayer has twice finished 4th in the state. That was as a freshman and as a sophomore. He did not place last year as a junior. So looking to end his career on a high note. He'll be going to Duke University to wrestle for the Blue Devils in the ACC, and a little counter takedown here is good for 2 more. And he's up 6-2 with 25 seconds to go. Wheatley pinned his first 2 opponents in this tournament. Christopher Torres of East Stroudsburg North and Mason Basara of Northampton, before defeating Dawson Miller of East Stroudsburg South 3-0 in the semifinals. Final 8 seconds of the period here. Wheatley to his feet. Mayer's going to try to finish on top. 2 seconds left, 1 second, and time will expire before both Wheatley can get out and a stalling call can be called on Mayer there. So it remains 6-2, beginning of the second period.
Today's championship brought to you by Reichenbach Oil Company, celebrating over 100 years of providing the Lehigh Valley with convenient and reliable home heating oil delivery. Proud to support all District 11 athletics. Mention you heard this on D11 Sports and receive $25 off your next oil delivery. Reichenbach Oil Company.
You saw a quick look over at the third place match. Dawson Miller of East Stroudsburg South currently holding a 5-0 lead over Nick Veld of Emmaus. Wheatley got an escape early on here in the second period. He is trailing Mayer 6-3. Again, this is another matchup that's going to have a lot to say about the team score when it's all said and done. And a good little bull rush takedown there by Mayer. He's up 8-3. At the moment, Bethlehem Catholic is in the lead with the team score 207.5 to 206.5. And if things hold here, they'll increase that lead. A potentially dangerous call there. They'll go back to their feet. Mayer up 8-4 over Dominic Wheatley. Mayer pinned Cameron Wickemeyer to start his tournament. Major decision over Sam Stearns of Pottsville in the quarters. And a 3.5-minute fall over Nick Veld of Emmaus in the semifinals.
So, Kyle, we're through, 4 or 5 weight classes. Any surprises to this point? I mean, it's hard to say sometimes because everybody's didn't have as many matches, didn't have where we're going, but any surprises jump out at you?
Well, we haven't seen anything totally wide open yet. I thought we saw some real dominant wrestling, though, from Tyler Kasich. Against a very good opponent in Parrish McFarland And that was maybe the most impressive so far. What I like to hear, though, in our most recent interview there with Dante Frenzy is kind of the self-critique from the wrestlers. He said, it wasn't my best. I got to get better. And that's absolutely
right.
the name of the game, because next week's tougher than this week. The week after that's even tougher. And then you get out to Hershey, and it's only going to be the top 8 wrestlers in the state in the bracket. Final 3 seconds here of the period, and trying to steal a takedown now. Time will run out, and they'll also go out of bounds. So quick look over at the third place match. That is Dawson Miller inbounds, Nick Veld out of bounds. With, I will always call them the John Trench goggles. 8-3, Miller is leading Veld of Emmaus. They've got a minute left to wrestle. We've got a minute 50 left to wrestle here in the third period between Wheatley and Mayer. Mayer picked neutral to start this period.
I want to thank Bill Dreisbach for having us here. Also, District 11 Committee, Bob Hartman as well. We're also at the Schrin Center. Hope everyone's enjoying our coverage of both sites, both locations here for districts here as part of D11sports.com. Also want to thank John Hoth, Ken Sidlow, and everyone at St. Luke's for their partnership with D11 Sports when it comes to our student internship program and everything that we have to do here. We're seeing it, great job by Joey doing those interviews, and they're quick. These guys coming off the podium and getting them right on the air. It's great to see.
Wheatley trying to counter the shot attempt from Mayer. Stalemate is called. Nazareth coaches wanted that action to continue a little bit longer, but it is called for a stalemate. Mayer, the fourth of 5 straight finalists for Bethlehem Catholic between 113 and 138. He's looking to make it 3 out of 4 for the Golden Hawks in the finals, including a win over Nazareth here in this 2-team race for the District 11 title. 45 seconds to go in the match. It's an 8-4 lead for Becca High's Matt Mayer over Dominic Wheatley of Nazareth. He entered the tournament just 1-0 on the season, as many of the Nazareth wrestlers did. 30 seconds to wrestle.
Still hard to believe when you say that. You go your time and try to win, and you only got one dual meet.
Most wrestlers in a typical season, you're looking at anywhere between 25 and 40 matches prior to the postseason. 10 seconds to go here. Wheatley looking for a home run, but Mayer playing really good defense here, controlling the head and arms. And in the final 3 seconds, Mayer will just slide out of bounds, and that'll do it. No takedown at the end there. It's an 8-4 win for Matt Mayer of Bethlehem Catholic. That's 3 in a row for the Golden Hawks, with Frenzy, Kasich, and Mayer at 20, 26, and 32. And they've got another one coming up at 138 with Andrew Harmon against Christian Fritz. Dawson Miller, by the way, was the third-place winner at 132 pounds for East Stroudsburg South, so he will move on. And there's a look at
half the podium.
Some of the podium at 126. Tyler Kasich is up at the top.
Yeah, best shot that we can get there. Joey's down there. He's taking some photos. You can go on our Twitter, and you can, we'll try to get them up as soon as we have them, and we'll get the champion as well as they make their way through as they go. But so far, Wagner a champion, Charlie Bunting a champion, Dante Frenzy a champion, Tyler Kasich a champion, and Matt Mayer from Bethlehem Catholic a champion. As we move on to 138, Andrew Harmon, a sophomore from Bethlehem Catholic, taking on Christian Fritz, a junior from Northampton.
Now Harmon 6-0 this season, 28-17 for his career. The black and gold of Bethlehem Catholic. Fritz in the white singlet with some black trim there. That's the Northampton's K-Kids singlet. He's 6-0, 24-10 for his career in this matchup of sophomores. Neither of these guys has wrestled an entire 6 minutes this weekend.
That's amazing.
In fact, Fritz of Northampton has not wrestled 6 minutes total yet, winning by fall.
That's a good sign for him.
Yes, if you're on the winning side,
yes.
Certainly. He's won by fall in 1:18 over Ryan Santiago of Liberty, 1 minute over Josh Morosino of Deerhoof, and 3:02 over Vinny Hebel of Nazareth. He finds himself in a little bit of trouble here. They go out of bounds, though, in that scramble. Fritz thought he had come back inbounds on top, but no takedown awarded. Harmon had a 32-second pin over Craig Holmes of East Stroudsburg North in the first round, a technical fall over LeBron Sims of Easton, and then a 4-minute 54-second pin over Connor Bevan of Freedom in the semifinals. We're halfway through the first period, no score between Harmon of Bethlehem Catholic and Fritz of Northampton. Good old duck under attempt by Harmon, but they go off the mat.
Yeah, and then no score on the consolation match going on.
Yep. Yeah, the two semifinal losers, Hebel and Bevan, battled back in the Consi semis, which is always one of the toughest rounds to wrestle, and you're coming off of that semifinal loss. And you got to win to move on and win again. So credit those guys for doing that. And we have a stoppage here. I think they might have bumped heads, and Fritz got the better of Harmon, it looks like, as Harmon's down. And this is going to be, you see the official put his fist up on his forehead there. That means that this is a head-neck injury situation. So instead of the 90-second injury time, they now have 5 minutes, up to 5 minutes to evaluate. So that might give us a chance to look over at that third-place match between Bevan and Hebel.
Well, before we do that, let's go down to Joey. He's got another champion. Joey?
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Bethlehem Catholic sophomore Tyler Kasak. Tyler, you're a district champion. You're moving on to regionals. What does this mean for you?
It just means another step up the stepping stool. I mean, I'm excited. There's still a lot more to come, and I'm the big goal states, and this is just one check mark off the box, and I'm glad to be here.
Good wrestling performance today from you. You like your performance?
Yeah, I was pretty happy with it. It was a little bit slow in the start, but we picked it up, figured things out. Tough opponent, but the big thing was just going out there, having fun, and scoring points.
Tyler, congratulations, and best of luck next weekend.
Thank you.
Guys, back upstairs.
Nice interview, Joey, and you get the insight of what's going on there from the two guys, and a good sign here on the mat, obviously up and ready to go again. You say it could take up to 5 minutes. Let's see. It looks like they're going to get going right away.
Yep, and real quick check in there on the third place match. Vinny Hebel got an escape there against Connor Bevan. So he's up 1-0 on mat number 2 here. So, yeah, that little concussion evaluation gives the trainers more time to just make sure that the wrestler is able to continue, and Harmon able to do so. 25 seconds left in the first period. There's no score between Harmon and Fritz. Not for lack of action, though. 15 seconds to go. A counter shot here by Fritz. He sucks up the double leg. Whizzer's still in there, but Harmon lost it as they went to the mat, and Fritz with a buzzer beater of a takedown. Got it with about 5 seconds left in the period. He rides it out, and he's got a 2-0 lead going into the second period. And a quick check over here on the third place match. Hebel in the black and blue single to Nazareth, up 1-0 on the black and gold single to Connor Bevan and Freedom, as they'll head out of bounds there. Harmon's going to take bottom to start the second period on the championship final. And Fritz and Northampton going to work here on top.
Kyle, no stop for you. You're officiating also down in District 1, and, you've been nonstop wrestling, but you love it.
Yes, that's my wife.
I know she's watching, so that's why I threw it out there.
They're going out of bounds here. It's still 2-0 with Harmon underneath Fritz. I officiated the District 12 tournament last night, which is the Philadelphia Public League and Catholic League. So I was at LaSalle College High School yesterday with those guys, and that's of local interest because District 12 joins in with District 11 and District 2 for the regional tournament next week.
That was
30 seconds gone by in the second period as Harmon trying to negotiate this cross-body ride of Christian Fritz of Northampton. And now Fritz switching to a spiral ride. And Harmon gets out, gets his first point of the match. It's 2-1, Fritz leading Harmon, 1:05 to go in the second period. Here at Parkland High School, District 11 3A finals. And a good shot there and a quick finish by Harmon. He's got the lead now 3-2 with 45 seconds to go. Here in the second period at 138 pounds. And this is where, having seen Bethlehem Catholic over the years, they're so tough on top. Good riding, weight on their opponents. Just as a team, top to bottom, they do a nice job of that. A little crab ride here, half Nelson thrown. There's one swipe, but not more than one.
You said no crowd, but people watching at home waiting for a second swipe, they don't get it.
10 seconds to go here. Harmon and Fritz at 138 pounds. Fritz was riding tough in the first part of the second period, but after Harmon got the escape and the takedown, he rode tough going into the third, and he's got a 1-point lead.
Home, auto, life, and business. Broski Insurance Agency has you covered with more than 50 years of experience. Give their friendly staff a call at 610-264-3940 or visit their website at broskiins.com. Broski Insurance, tradition and pride since 1965. We are in the 145-pound weight class, and we are in the third period.
And the choice was neutral from Christian Fritz, not wanting to go underneath, and he gets bull rushed for a takedown there, and it's 5-2. Harmon leading Fritz in a takedown that not just on the scoreboard, but just on the map between these two wrestlers. You could see Fritz's reaction. He was pretty frustrated about giving up that takedown. He also got hit with a stalling warning there. Minute 21 to go. Fritz on his back and in trouble as Harmon comes on top and gets the fall. With a bit of a shocker here in the finals as far as that pin coming out of nowhere. Harmon gets the fall in 4 minutes and 47 seconds over Christian Fritz, and not just placement points, but bonus points for the Golden Hawks. With Harmon's pin at 138 pounds, and Vinny Hebel trying to keep Nazareth close by winning his third place match. He's up 5-1. There are 20 seconds left here, with the winner moving on to regionals next week. Hebel with his back to the edge of the mat, Bevan with his back to the center of the mat, and they'll go out of bounds. And a stalling warning called there on Hebel. Only 12 seconds to go. We're going to hold that 145-pound match until we finish up over on mat 2 with Hebel and Bevan. And just 2 seconds to go. It looks like Bevan's going to get 2 points at the end, but it's academic. Hebel will win at 5-3 and move on to next week's regional.
Yeah, I mentioned 145. Well, now we're going to the 145 class. And this is the one of those matches that you've been talking about as we get to 145.
Yeah, Dagan Condomiti, Northampton. Sophomore is undefeated this year, 5-0, 39-10 for his career. Xavier Arner, his opponent from Whitehall, is 9-0 this season, 64-22.
Your 138-pound champion from Bethlehem Catholic.
The first of two Condomitis we'll see in a Northampton singlet. In quickly on a shot. Whizzer counter by Arner. And now as the hands come down, excuse me, that was Arner with the takedown on Condomiti. So Arner currently up 2-0, and 1 point escape will be given as Condomiti comes to his feet. So 2-1, Arner in the white singlet, Condomiti in the black and orange of Northampton. Arner wasn't sure that there was an escape there. He was ready to get back on top, but they're neutral. 30 seconds into the final here at 145 pounds.
Once again, the medal winners at 138 pounds. Please make your way to the podium. 138 pounds to the podium, please.
Condomiti putting some pressure on Arner now. Last year, Arner was 30-13 Took 5th in the district, qualified for regionals. And they'll go out here with 57 seconds to go. Condomity last year was 2nd in the district, 1st in the region in a state qualifier, with a 34-10 record in his freshman campaign. Arner, the lone finalist from Whitehall, trying to scramble for a takedown here. And this one looks destined for a stalemate call, unless something drastically changes. Condomity still kind of clamped onto that right ankle of Arner. 20 seconds to go. Well, he kind of frees his leg and gets behind. If he can throw that leg in, he might get the takedown. Nothing awarded yet, as Arner now goes to his belly and the leg gets thrown in, 2 points awarded. So a 3-2 lead for Condomity with 5 seconds to go. He'll ride out Xavier Arner of Whitehall to end the first period. So a scramble that looked destined for a stalemate becomes a takedown for Condomity. He's got the lead after 1.
And we go down to Joey with another champion.
Thanks, guys. I am here with Becca Senior Matt Mayer. Matt, you're moving on to regionals. You've got the gold medal around your neck. How do you feel right now?
You know, I feel great. I'm very thankful that after all the animosity that we've had to endure over the year due to the pandemic, that we have the chance to come out here and finally get to show what we put in all these hours of hard work for over the season. So I'm very excited.
Congratulations. Best of luck at regionals, and thanks for doing this. Guys, back upstairs.
Good job, Joey. Joey continuing to get champions as they come through. I'm not sure if we got all of them, but we try to do our best to get them and accommodate them. As you know, there's a lot of people that are not here, but there's a lot of people that are here, especially when it comes to wrestlers and moving around and trying to find them, and other media members as well. So Joey doing a great job of scrambling and getting those interviews right after they come off that podium.
Good action there on the edge. An early escape in the period for Arner of Whitehall. So it's 4-2, Condomity in the orange and black singlet leading with 1:20 to go here in the second period in our final at 145 pounds. Pretty much the halfway point of our District 11 3A final. Shot on the edge again by Condomity. Trying to work his way through as Arner counters. 1 minute to wrestle here. Condomity now trying to sit back in, maybe even look for a neutral fall. He'll just come around the back and Arner has to bail out. So it's 6-2, Condomity, who I think was surprised a little bit early on with that takedown by Arner, but has settled in with a couple takedowns of his own since then. And they'll head toward the boundary.
Once again, the 138-pound medal winners meeting you now at the podium. 138-pound
And out of bounds they go. 27 seconds to wrestle in period number 2. 6-2 Condomity leading Arner.
Today's championship brought to you by Reichenbach Oil Company, celebrating over 100 years of providing the Lehigh Valley with convenient and reliable home heating oil delivery. Proud to support all District 11 athletes. Mention you heard it on D11 Sports and receive $25 off your next oil delivery. Reichenbach Oil, we thank them.
Condomity cautioned for a false start there at the start of the restart, rather, with 20 seconds to go in the second period. Seeing if he can stay on top here to close out period number 2. Arner trying like heck to get out of there, but Condomity clamped on with 8 seconds to go. 3 seconds now, and that'll be the end of period number 2. It's a 6-2 lead for Dagan Condomity over Xavier Arner. His choice in the third period, as you look at the medal winners at 138 pounds, including the champion, Andrew Harmon, with a pin in the finals.
There you go. You can barely see him, but we got him. There he is. We're getting closer.
So back to action here. Arner had chosen the bottom position, but Condomity gave him the free release, so they're on their feet, and it's a 6-3 lead for Condomity. Meanwhile, the third place bout is a one-pointer. Trey Militix of Bethlehem Catholic and Nick Foster of Nazareth. Again, important on the team score. Those are the top two teams. It's now 6-4, Militix leading Foster, and they've got about 45 seconds to wrestle. We'll check back in with them in a little bit. Right now, 6-3, Condomity leading Arner. Looking to win for Northampton here, and we have a stoppage. And the official looks like he's seen some blood. So we got a blood timeout, and that can give us maybe a chance to go to Mat 2 here with 25 seconds to go. Nick Foster in the black and blue of Nazareth needs a takedown on Trey Militix to tie it and force overtime. He's got 25 seconds to do so. Low single attempt there by Foster, fought off by Militix. Now he goes to the underhook. 15 seconds to wrestle. Militix in good position here. 5 seconds to go. And Foster not going to be able to solve it. It'll be a 6-4 win for Militix over Nick Foster, and Bethlehem Catholic picks up another placement point over Nazareth. They've stretched their lead 220.5 to 209.5.
All right, with that, we go down to Joey Draper. Joey?
All right, I am here with Bethlehem Catholic sophomore Andrew Harmon. Andrew, you are the 4th Becca person to win a gold medal today. What does that mean to you?
Just a great accomplishment. You know, we've been working hard in the room the past 3 months and not really being able to compete, but I'm just glad we got out there and got the job done.
Good luck at regionals next week, Andrew. Thank you, and good game today.
Thank you.
Back upstairs, guys.
Thanks a lot, Joey. Back to action here.
Yeah, 4 out of 5 for Bethlehem Catholic so far tonight in their finals appearances, and they're really stretching the lead on Nazareth. The Blue Eagles are going to need to win just about everything else the rest of the way and get some maybe bonus points in order to come away with the team title here. Meanwhile, 1 minute to wrestle here in the third period, and that's a seemingly clinching takedown by Condomity, 8-3. He's going to start playing the takedown game with Arner. Pushes him out, and they'll go neutral. So 8-4. With 50 seconds remaining in the third period. Low single by Condomity. That was slick. Trying to lean back in. And he's got Arner for the takedown. 10-4 the score. He's going to give Arner the escape. 10-5. Now looking to maybe get a major decision here. 30 seconds to go. Good whizzer by Arner. Condomity looking to maybe limp arm out of there and finish. He's going to need one more takedown after this. 15 seconds to go. He's up now 12-5. I think it's just going to keep him down. He won't be able to get the major decision, it would appear, but in the final 5 seconds, Dagan Condomity, after getting taken down early, finishes with 5 takedowns of his own, and he will win 12-5 at 145 pounds, giving Northampton another district champion.
You know, you get a sophomore, you're winning a championship, you know, you get your hand raised, or however they're raising them to the point, you're not used to seeing that as well, but, that's awesome to see, and, it gets his 39th win, or 40th win, with it at the same time.
Second champion today for Seth Elisa and the Northampton K Kids. Here's a look at the 152-pound third place match. That's Zach Orsargos of Stroudsburg and Cordell Waiters of Emmaus. And over on mat number 1, another Nazareth and Bethlehem Catholic matchup. Noah Okamoto just being taken down by Bethlehem Catholic senior Evan Gleason. Both wrestlers undefeated, although Noah Okamoto was 0-0 coming into the district tournament.
Oh my God.
And he's now in danger of giving up back points here. And Gleason getting some swipes. He's got the full 5 count, so 3 more points coming his way. 30 seconds into this one, it's going to be 5-0 Evan Gleason.
Kyle, you said 0-0. Being able to see that, 0-0, but you're still getting the opportunity to wrestle because you were not going to be 0-0, right? And I think when you look at the wrestling committee at District 11, they give you that opportunity to see it that way and say, hey, you got to give this guy an opportunity. They're all in. They got to get a chance.
Gleason will be wrestling for the Crimson of Harvard next year. 5th in the state at Pennsylvania last year. was the District 11 champion at 138, so he's up a couple of weight classes this year and getting some more back points here on Okamoto, the sophomore from Nazareth. Another 3 points, 8-0, a minute 10 into this one. And like a couple other wrestlers we've talked about in the finals tonight, Gleason has yet to wrestle the full 6 minutes. 17-0 technical fall win in the first round, a 46-second pin in the quarters, a minute 49 in the semis. It was the time of the fall over Chris Girado of Freedom. And that's how he's put himself in position to win another district championship, leading 8-0, 32 seconds to go in the first period over Noah Okamoto of Nazareth. Mentioned in the open, both these teams had 7 finalists, and it would come down to who performed better, especially in these head-to-head matchups. And so far, Nazareth has won with Charlie Bunting, and that's it.
Yeah, Bethlehem Catholic's had their, Joey's interviewing, and there's more coming, and that's what you say. You keep on moving. You keep saying, 4 out of the 5, here it goes, and Bethlehem Catholic continues to perform really, really well here this afternoon.
Now, it should be noted that Bethlehem Catholic is out of finalists after 160. Yep. So you've got this and Landon Muth as we're into the second period here with an 8-0 lead for Gleason. So you got Gleason and Muth, and that's it. Nazareth has finalists in the 4 top weight classes. So it's almost like, dare I say, watching election results come in. You got to wait till it's over, right? So
don't count it all yet.
That's right. So Nazareth still not mathematically out of this, because after the 160-pound weight class, Bethlehem Catholic does not have a finalist. 10-0, by the way. Gleason all over Okamoto here. A minute 20 to wrestle in the second period. And Gleason on his way to what would appear to be a pretty decisive win here. Stalling warning is called on Okamoto. That's always a tough call. And you're just really,
I was just going to say,
really having a tough time with your opponent and getting kind of overpowered here, and all of a sudden it's like, yeah, we're going to hit you for stalling while you're at it. It's tough. There's some back points potentially coming. Man, that is tight on Okamoto. Back points are coming. By the way, Cordell Waiters of Emmaus won by fall, as does, as you just saw there, Bethlehem Catholic's Evan Gleason. So 2 pins in the final and the Consi final. That fall comes at 3 minutes and 27 seconds. So Gleason, another champion for Bethlehem Catholic. They are 5 out of 6 in the finals tonight.
Yeah, it's impressive. Again, if you're just joining us, 106, Carson Wagner. 113, Charlie Bunting. 120, Dante Frinzi. 126, Tyler Kasich. 132, Matt Mayer. 138, Andrew Harmon. 145, Dagan Condimiti. And 152, Evan Gleason. So those are your winners so far as champions.
There's a look at the podium. That'll be Condimiti at the top.
There we are.
He's watching Mat 1, though, because his big brother's wrestling on Mat 1 at 160 pounds. That's Jagger Condimiti going against Landon Muth. And he's already got a 2-1 lead with a takedown and an escape. Condimiti 6-0 this season, a senior from Northampton with a career record of 129-26. He will be wrestling for the Cornhuskers next year, committed to Nebraska, and he's ranked number 4 in the country by Flow Wrestling. State second last year. He was 39-4 in his junior campaign. He had 4 losses. 3 of them were to Cole Handlovic of Bethlehem Catholic, who has since graduated. Gets another takedown here. It's 4-2 with the escape. His only other loss last year was to Manzona Bryant, who is now on the roster at Lehigh University. And Condomity looking for career win number 130 here this afternoon, and heavily favored over sophomore Landon Muth of Bethlehem Catholic. There's 3 takedowns, a minute 15 into this match, and it's going to give Muth the free release, head back to the center and say, let's go. Oh, look at that ankle pick. Just beautiful stuff from Condomini. Now he's trying to finish. He's got 28 seconds left. Muth trying to invert and scramble out of this. Condomini trying to sit back and gain control. 15 seconds, there's the takedown. 4th of the first period for Condomini.
And looking to join his brother, senior sophomore.
And final seconds tick off of period number 1, and Condomini looks like he's at wrestling practice right now. I mean, he's just like the conditioning, the look, the attitude just says it is a business trip right now.
And you mentioned, Kyle, move on to regionals as you win, and is District 12, you said, in District 2? These District 11 wrestlers, obviously the rich tradition from District 11 wrestlers, hoping to move on from there, and and we have some quality wrestlers here that can make a run all the way through.
There's no question. Next week there will be some first-round matches where, just to be perfectly honest, as District 11 is going to be matched up with a lot of District 12 wrestlers in the first period or in the first round. Some of these guys are going to win their match, and coaches aren't going to want to hear this, but some guys from the Lehigh Valley in District 11 are going to win the match just by wearing the singlet of their school. And, you have a guy coming up from Philadelphia, like let's say like an Overbrook High School, and they see a Bethlehem Catholic singlet.
Right.
It's almost like the opposite of football when you see a St. Joe's Prep
football
coming
the other
uniform,
way. Yep.
The uniform gives you a big advantage sometimes. However, you got to wrestle the matches, and Condomini is going to show up in every match. He's up 10-3 right now 10-4 with the escape as he cuts Landon Muth. Got another one-sided match in the third place bout with Ryan Fairchild leading 10-1 over Christian Reed, make it 10-3 in the second period. Out of bounds here, 10-4, still the score in our championship final. Condomini just so smooth. Look at that double leg takedown. He has run through just about every takedown possible. And he's got some back points coming here. 2 points near fall. So it's now 14-4, 30 seconds to go in the second period. Condomini looking every part like the number 4 wrestler in the country right now. Bound for the podium in Hershey if he keeps this up.
Again, knowing that your younger brother is advancing, it's obviously they expect this. And but when it's in a family and they're like they keep challenging each other, let's keep going together. It'll be a big run.
Escape given 14-5, 13 seconds to go in the second period. Another double leg. Condomini 16 points on 8 takedowns through the first, or 7 takedowns rather, through the first 2 periods as time expires. He's got an 11-point lead going to the third.
And with that, we go down to Joey.
Thank you. I am here with Northampton sophomore Dagan Condomini. Dagan, congratulations first off. How do you feel about the performance and getting to call yourself a champion?
I just got to give all this, all the greatness that I just did to my brother. I practice with him every day. He's number 1 in the country. All the stuff that we do in the practice room helped me to get where I'm at.
Congratulations and best of luck at regionals next weekend.
Thank you.
Have a great day. Thanks. Back upstairs, guys.
All right, Joey, great job. And Kyle, I mean, he said it best, right?
Awesome. Can't beat that practice partner. Now Dagan's got Jagger ranked a little higher than Flow Wrestling does, but that's okay. There's going to be a little bias.
I was going to ask you that question, but that's okay.
So Condomini here.
He bounced him up the charts just a little bit extra.
It's all good. leading 16-6, trying to come up with the takedown here. That's going to be stopped for potentially dangerous there. A good stoppage. They did give 2 points, though. And he says, let's go neutral. So the escape will be given to Muth. (18-7) is the score. 1:23 to go. Meanwhile, in the third place match, Ryan Fairchild of Nazareth is up 15-4. So this is a good result right now for Nazareth, with them winning in the third place match and Bethlehem Catholic on the downside of this final. Condomity up 20-8. Need another takedown or two to try to get a technical fall here.
You know, it's interesting you say
There's
that.
the two.
I'm watching, you know, he wants to watch his brother, but he's getting interviewed and going back and forth. And I said, all right, I'll get him next time.
Now, Condomiti's going to finish this off either with a technical fall or a pin. There's the slap. It comes at 5 minutes and 24 seconds. Condomiti, a champion yet again.
And with that, we get ready for Joey Draper, and he's got another champion. And we go down to Joey. Joey?
Thank you. I'm here with Evan Gleason. Evan, congratulations on being a champion. You get to go to regionals next weekend. How do you feel emotionally right now?
I'm psyched. I mean, I'm really excited to have just advanced. My goal is to win a state championship this year, and this is just one step toward that goal.
Best of luck with achieving that goal next weekend and further on in the competition.
Thank you.
Have a great day. Thank you. Back upstairs, guys.
All right, Joey. You know, I just love listening to the interviews and the excitement of all these players. Everyone has a different kind of goal, but you know, obviously your big prize is, you know, winning the state championship. But to hear what we're hearing, you know, 3 minutes, 4 minutes after a match, you know, is a lot. And this one to me is like a premier matchup. I think it's gonna be a great match.
Dom Falcone looking for another district title. He's a 3-time District 11 medalist. He's a senior from Easton. His opponent, Sonny Sasso. And Sasso trying to stay in. And no takedown. And I think the Nazareth folks are maybe looking for a fleeing the mat call, and the officials are talking about that, but no call awarded. So they stay on their feet. Team score up to the minute, Bethlehem Catholic 226.5, but they're done. They have nobody else left in the finals. Nazareth 213.5. They have 4 left in the finals, including Sasso here, who would be the underdog prohibitively against Falcone. And it's tough this year because, especially with the Nazareth wrestlers, there's no head-to-head in dual meets that you have to rely on to, you know, go on past results, as we have a stalemate with 37 seconds to go in a scoreless period.
And on top of that, you know, when you've only wrestled once or, you know, twice, whatever, you're eager to get out there again. You got a little bit more maybe fire and energy, but it is a district championship. Everybody brings their own at the same time.
Yep. Falcone going to be wrestling at West Point next year. Coached by Jody Karam in his first year at Easton after spending 29 years at Liberty. They'll go out of bounds with 19 seconds to go. Falcone 5-0 this season, 89-33. Has a chance to get to 100 wins, but in order to do that, he'll have to go to Hershey and win a few. The way the PIAA postseason is, 8-man brackets or 16-man brackets, you're looking at 3 or 4 matches a week, and that's it.
Home, auto, life, and business. Broski Insurance Agency has you covered with more than 50 years of experience. Give their friendly staff a call at 610-264-3940 or visit their website at broskiins.com. Broski Insurance, tradition and pride since 1965. You're watching the District 11 3A Championships from Parkland High School. Al DiCarlo, along with Kyle Berger, Joey Draper on the sidelines, a junior from Emmaus High School, Bill Lewis, and the crew from Sports Fan Base Network here as well. I want to thank St. Luke's for their support, not only for during this match, but everything that we do with our D11 sports program and our student reporters, and giving us the opportunity to partner. Of course, my partner in crime, Dave Micah Jr. But hope you're enjoying not only coverage here, but also on our YouTube channel. You can see the 2A classification championship that's been going all day and all the last 2 days, and you have an opportunity to see that also live into your living room.
Falcone trying to go behind here. Hard whizzer from Sasso. Right on the edge, they're out. I think Sasso lost a mask, so they're going to replace it. Quick little delay. Sasso's got that family hair, just like Sammy. Those curls. And Sammy, of course, wrestling for Ohio State.
Yeah, he's okay.
He's pretty darn good.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of ability, right? Amazing the wrestlers that we've had that have moved on to the collegiate level at a high level.
Sure. In fact, watching the Ohio State-Penn State match on Friday night, the guys on the Big Ten Network spent a good deal of time talking about how great the Lehigh Valley is in producing wrestlers, and throughout all of the highest ranks in college. Good shot here by Falcone, runs the pipe, gets the takedown, and he's up 2-1. 45 seconds to go in the second period. Sasso ties it up with the escape here, so it's 2-2. In the third place match, Wayne McIntyre leading Justice Bosey of Bethlehem Catholic 2-0. That match just started the third period. A little clash of styles here. 25 seconds to go, tied at 2. Sasso much taller, a little lankier than Falcone. And Falcone able to kind of olay out of that low single from Sasso. 10 seconds to go.
Christian Reed to the podium, please. Christian Reed to the podium.
And final 3 seconds tick off here in the second period. The thing, as we look in at the third place match, is now 4-0. McIntyre, who's the wrestler on top there, leading Justice Bosey at Bethlehem Catholic, looking pretty good to move on to next week. The way things are, there's a stalling warning against Bosey down below. And we're back to the first place match. A caution there called on Falcone off the start. The thing that's amazing, I think, just speaks to the job that Dave Crowell has done at Nazareth along with his assistants, is these guys are postseason ready without having a season.
Mm-hmm.
And, they practice, they've had to shut it down, they've had to practice and shut it down. And right now, Sonny Sasso hanging tough with Dom Falcone, who is a 2-time state medalist. And Sasso, with 30 seconds to go, or 30 seconds in to the third period, rather, is going to have to either ride out or get to work on his feet. So he cuts Falcone, and that's a look at the medalist there from 160 pounds. And Sasso's going to try to pour it on here. He's got 1:10, trailing by 1 on Dom Falcone, and Falcone going to control that front head and arm. They'll separate, and Sasso will stalk.
It's coming down to the wire, this one.
Yeah, no stalling warnings yet in this one, so, Falcone has that to play with. 45 seconds to go. Falcone using that underhook to kind of take back some territory, gets in on the single leg, cuts it across, covers the other leg, but nothing awarded yet. Sasso was able to get himself back inverted. 30 seconds to go. Falcone leading by 3, or by 1, 3-2. Sasso now engages upper body and walks him off the mat. 22 seconds remaining. Falcone 3, Sasso 2. Oh, low single again. Falcone leaps out of the way of it. 15 seconds to go. Can Falcone hang on? There's that underhook from Falcone. 10 seconds to go. Sasso trying to duck under. Falcone with a look at the clock. 3 seconds left, and he'll actually finish with the counter takedown. Good match between these two. Sure they'll meet again next week. 4-2 the final, or 5-2 the final with that last second takedown. Falcone beats Sonny Sasso for a district title for Easton.
You're Sasso there, an opportunity if you could have pulled it out. Obviously, easier said than done. You get those points for the team points. And you keep going further down. Now you get to the next one where Nazareth can get these points and get back within Bethlehem Catholic's range here at 189 as we move forward.
Yeah, 189 is going to be a good matchup between Drew Cleary of Nazareth and Isaiah Reinert of Easton.
Let's go down to Joey.
Thank you. I am here with Jagger Kondimiti. Jagger, congratulations. You're a district champion. It's back-to-back for you, and you're moving on to regionals. How pleased are you?
It's just kind of relieving to finally get to this point in the season and get closer to the main goals, states, but it's just relieving to have this.
Jagger, congratulations. Great performance from you, and best of luck in the next round.
Thank you.
Thank you. Guys, back upstairs.
All right, Joey, thanks a lot. And then we go down to 189, and it's Nazareth and Easton, Drew Cleary, and Isaiah Reinert here going for a championship.
Yeah, a couple of seniors here. Reinert, 6-0, 83-37 for his career, and Drew Cleary picked up his 100th win in the semifinals with a decision over Anthony DeRosa of Liberty, and a second period takedown made it hold up. Cleary, a great story. He's, you say, like, drink your milk, kids. He was a 126-pound freshman, wrestled at 132 as a sophomore, moved up all the way to 182 last year, and now with the new weight class of 189, he's grown into that. So 4 weight classes in 4 years for Cleary, 2-time state medalist, defending district champion, a 41-9 campaign last year, and big match for Nazareth here on the team scoreboard.
I was just going to ask you that. You know, looking at this year, you know, you don't have that true second, a little different. They're doing that in the 2A classification. How does that play? I mean, obviously, wrestlers are going to wrestle whatever is out there for them, and fair, not fair, whatever it is. It's you do the best of what you could do. But I know the 2A is doing it.
Yep.
3A is not.
Yeah, you don't need to for 3A because the top 3 move on, so you have like that built-in alternate in 4th place, and Cleary was able to get a nice slick takedown in the final couple seconds of the period there, and time will run out. So 2-0 lead for Drew Cleary over Isaiah Reinert. You look at our 3rd place match here, Anthony DeRosa, the Bethlehem Catholic currently leading Charlie Malloy, 2-0. So 3 bouts left, counting the 189-pound final. Nazareth with a finalist in all of them. And you have to wonder how the math works out. Blue Eagles might need some bonus points in addition to wins in those final couple weight classes to pick up the team title.
Today's championship brought to you by Reichenbach Oil Company, celebrating over 100 years of providing the Lehigh Valley with convenient and reliable home heating oil delivery. Proud to support all District 11 athletes. Mentioned you heard this on District 11 Sports, and receive $25 off your next oil delivery.
So Cleary cuts Reinert. It's a 2-1 lead, 1:30 to wrestle in the second period. Always interesting to see the choice. Is it going to be a mask or a gaiter worn by the wrestlers? Both these guys have the gaiters on. And the officiating that I've done, it seems that the mask is better as far as staying secure. The gaiter tends to fall down a little bit, but it's not something as officials you pay too much attention to because we're here to wrestle.
How difficult is it? You mentioned that, but how difficult is it even officiating with the mask on while you're going through?
As an official, it's you don't notice it, to be honest with you. We've got an injury time here. It looks like Reinert might be getting sick, so maybe we'll watch the 3rd place match instead.
Yeah.
55 seconds to go. Meanwhile, in the second period of that match, as Cleary's taken a little bit of injury time.
Yeah, good call on your part, huh? It's right about dinner time right now.
Anthony DeRosa just picked up a takedown here in the 3rd place match. He leads 7-1 with about 30 seconds to go in the second period. So he's looking pretty good to move on to next week. And coming back after a 3-2 loss to Drew Cleary in the semifinals. And DeRosa was a guy who was ineligible to compete in the postseason last year because he came over from New Jersey. And now we'll get a taste of the PIAA postseason after being a state qualifier in the Garden State. Looks like things are wrapping up over on mat number 1 with regards to the injury time, as Reinert will head back to the center of the mat, trailing 2-1. 55 seconds to wrestle in the second period. Drew Cleary of Nazareth, a 2-1 lead. Couple of pins for Cleary, by the way, in his first 2 matches yesterday. Reinert has gone pin, tech fall, pin to get to the finals for the Red Rovers, who claimed their first district titleist at 172 pounds with Dom Falcone, who is, I believe, just off the screen. You had to look at Sonny Sasso there, the silver medalist. Use your imagination.
That's what we can do. We're getting the interviews. We're blocked by, what is it, large cement wall there, so you can't get there.
Immovable object.
Tried to get them to move over just a little bit. They cannot.
Shot by Reinert with about 10 seconds to go in the period, countered by Cleary. Now Cleary gets in a kind of a long-distance shot. He's got a scramble there, and he'll use the boundary to his advantage. They'll go out with 2 seconds to go in the second period. Told you he was there. There's Dom off to the right. A lot of lettuce on those guys, man. I mean, the hair rule has changed in the PIAA, so you can go with that, the curly locks on top. Don't need to wear a head covering anymore. Back to action here. Start of the third period. Drew Cleary on the bottom, Reinert on top, and it's Cleary with a 2-1 lead. Again, an enormous match for Nazareth as far as team score. I would venture to say that Al, if they don't win, if Cleary does not win this match, I think Bethlehem Catholic has clinched the title.
So you're saying they got to win here and at 215.
And at heavyweight. And oh, look at this reversal to back here for Cleary. It's like he heard me speaking in his ear, needing a big move. Can he get the fall and a couple bonus points for Nazareth? Minute 20 to go in the third period.
Oh, it's there.
Reinert trying to belly down. Cleary trying to stay on top. And there's the fall with a minute 8 to go in the third period. 4 minutes and 52 seconds for Drew Cleary. Placement points and bonus points for Nazareth. We'll check in on the team score in just a minute as Anthony DeRosa is about to complete a tech fall for third place, it appears, over Charlie Malloy of Pocono Mountain West. He's up by 13. In the final 5 seconds, he won't be able to get any more back points, so it's a major decision, not a tech fall, so just 1 bonus point as opposed to 1.5 for the tech fall.
All right, we'll go down to Joey with another champion. Joey?
Here with Easton Senior and District Champion Dom Falcone. Dom, congratulations first off, and a big achievement for you. Your overall reaction to that?
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. It was a really great match. Sonny Sasso, he comes from a great family. He's a great kid and an even better wrestler. You know, I'm definitely not the last time I'm going to see him. You know, we got three more weeks of this. But yeah, he's a great kid. Really got at each other at that. And yeah, just a great match.
A great match indeed, and best of luck to you in the upcoming rounds in the next weeks, and I hope you do your best performances upcoming.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Have a great day. Thank you. Back upstairs, guys.
All right, Joey, and we move on to 215. Manuel Rodriguez, a senior out of Allen, and Chase Levy of Nazareth, a junior. Again, another big match here. As you said, they're going to have to kind of win out. Team points, where we're at.
Yeah, looking at the team score here is Levy gets in on a shot. That junior from Nazareth has Rodriguez from Allen on his rear end here. Rodriguez, by the way, the lone finalist for the Canaries. He's 5-1 this year. But Levy's up 2-0, about 45 seconds into this one. Quick look at the team score, and it looks like
Nazareth is down by 11 team points. I don't know if they've given the points for the 189-pound finalists yet, so I'll check in a little bit just to be sure. But Rodriguez gets the escape here with 50 seconds to go, and Levy up 2-1. Bethlehem Catholic will not have a wrestler in the heavyweight finals or third place, and they don't have a wrestler in the third place match here at 215, as it's A.J. Hiller and Matthew Bogard from Freedom. Another nice shot there by Levy, finishing for the takedown. 25 seconds to go in the period. It's 4-1, Levy over Rodriguez.
That bout won by Cleary is a big one here for Nazareth, knowing what's at stake here and what could possibly happen.
Little half and a one-on-one. Only 3 seconds left in the period. He gets the fall with 2 seconds left. Big pin for Chase Levy. Again, on the team score, we'll check in just a little bit, but a 1 minute and 58-second fall gives Nazareth their third champion, and it's Chase Levy. Now we go to the 215-pound third place match. A.J. Hiller against Matthew Bogard.
That was huge victory for Nazareth. So Nazareth goes back-to-back in the victory and just continues to make a run here at Bethlehem Catholic in the team standings. At the same time, you're at Parkland High School. I want to thank Billy Dreisbach, the athletic director here at Parkland High School, Bob Hartman, the district chair, and the District 11 committee. I hope you're enjoying all our coverage here on D11sports.com. This match is presented by St. Luke Sports Medicine. And we continue to get ready. We'll be having the Colonial League Basketball Championships on Friday as well. We're excited to be a part of that. And, a lot of exciting opportunities moving forward for D11 Sports and for our D11 Sports student reporters moving on here over the next couple of weeks as we make a run here in not only, the latter part of the season in league playoffs, but also into the district playoffs as well, with some coverage from all of our teams as well. Just again, want to thank Billy Dreisbach for having us here, and hope you're enjoying our coverage not only here, but also at the Schrin Center, where, by the way, the regionals for the 3A classification will be held next week in that location, and it'll be Quakertown, I believe, for the 2A moving forward.
So it's 6-3. Hiller leading Bogardo of Freedom. This will be the start of the third period with Hiller underneath.
So we'll wait for the heavyweight. By the way, if you're wondering, the heavyweight is going to be Sean Kinney, a freshman from Nazareth, taking on Sebastian Camus, a senior from Stroudsburg. And that will be the last match. Recapping while we're watching this one, Carson Wagner, a champ at 106. Charlie Bunting, a sophomore from Nazareth, a champ at 113. Dante Frenzy from Bethlehem Catholic, a champion at 120. Tyler Kasich, a champion at 126 from Bethlehem Catholic. Also from Bethlehem Catholic, Matt Mayer at 132. At 138, Andrew Harmon of Bethlehem Catholic. At 145, Dagan Candamidi, a sophomore from Northampton. At 152, Even Gleason, a Bethlehem Catholic senior. At 160, Jagger Candamidi, a senior at Northampton. At 172, Dom Falcone of Easton. At 189, a big one, Drew Cleary, the senior from Nazareth. And moments ago, Chase Levy, the pin of Manuel Rodriguez of Allen. Levy, the junior from Nazareth. We await Sean Kinney and Sebastian Camus as we continue to watch the final minute or so of the 215 consolation match.
A.J. Hiller up 8-4, 45 seconds to go. So buckle in, because
this is why I gave you the buckle in time.
If my math is correct, it's a 5-point lead right now for Bethlehem Catholic over Nazareth. Okay? If Nazareth wins at heavyweight, they're going to get 4 placement points, because this tournament is placing 4 wrestlers. So you get 14 points for a first place, 10 for a second place. So what that means is Nazareth is going to need Sean Kinney to win by fall or technical fall to win the tournament.
Oof.
as Hiller gets 2 points here in the closing seconds, and he's going to get 2 more back points as well. So he's going to win 12-4, major decision there for the East Stroudsburg South 215-pounder, and he'll move on. So if my math is correct, which I've been known to not be perfect, but I'm pretty close, I think, a 4-point lead or a 5-point lead going in means that you're going to need the 4 placement points plus at least 1.5 bonus points for either a tech fall or 2 points for a pin, and Nazareth will win by the narrowest of margins.
Oof. Coming down to the wire. But again, it's not just a victory, it's a little bit more than a victory.
That's right.
Now we get ready for the final bout of the night. Again, they will get back into action in the regionals next week. We will see who gets the championship here and who wins the team title as well moving forward. And here's your final match of the night.
Sean Kinney, the freshman. So rare to see a freshman at heavyweight. And Sebastian Camise from Stroudsburg. He's a senior, so we'll see. Both these guys undefeated this year. Kinney 3-0 for the season and his career. Camise 6-0 for the season, 33-12 for his career. A couple of pins for Kinney in the first 2 rounds, and then a 2-0 win over Matt Cruz, a really good wrestler from Easton, who is currently wrestling on mat 2 in the 3rd place bout. So yeah, if this score is correct on the live website I'm looking at, it's a 5-point lead for Bethlehem Catholic on the team score, and Nazareth will need to get a win plus bonus points from the freshman heavyweight Sean Kinney. What a spot!
Yeah, I guess it's kind of where you want to be. You always ask for the chance, the opportunity, and freshman or no freshman, you say, Coach, I'm ready to go, and we'll see what happens. Obviously, both are going to bring their best here, knowing the eyes on them.
A snap down and a go behind for Kinney. He's got a 2-0 lead. 45 seconds to go in the first period. This is just the district level, but I remember back in 1987.
Oh, graduated high school right from here.
Hey, I was only 7 years old then, but that's okay. I grew up in the North Penn area, went to North Penn High School, wrestled there. In 1987, North Penn won the co-team championship in North Allegheny. Had a 3-time state champion, Chris Kortnick, in their lineup, wrestling at 174 pounds, and he needed to pin his opponent in the finals for North Penn to get the bonus points needed to match up with North Allegheny for that team title, and he did just that. So a smaller level here at the district tournament, that's the position that Sean Kinney is in. And right now, Sebastian Camise will end the period on bottom, trailing 2-0. Matt Cruz, meanwhile, 8-0 out in front in his 3rd place match.
And with that, you take a look at some of the guys getting their medals, always trying to see if we can get an opportunity. Joey's all over that. He's ready to get the next interview underway. And we go back to action here in the heavyweight between between Sean Kinney and Sebastian Camise for the heavyweight. You mentioned that. Does a wrestler know? A wrestler knows to go out there to win.
Right.
He doesn't have to worry about all the other stuff.
I would have to imagine that they didn't. I'm sure they said, hey, go out and win. I'm sure they did not want to put the pressure on a freshman to say, hey.
Go out and win.
By the way, if you pin, we win the whole thing.
Right, okay.
But I'm sure that it might be in the back of Kinney's mind, obviously. But, as a coach, it's difficult because you don't want to have a wrestler take an unnecessary risk, because as great as team titles are, it's about the individuals at this time of year. Kinney gets an armbar and a one-on-one, trying to drive over Camise. He's got him stacked up in the pin. That could be the one that gives Nazareth the district team title.
Wow.
In come-from-behind fashion, that fall at 2 minutes and 52 seconds. The freshman heavyweight for Nazareth.
Now with that, let's go down to Joey. Joey?
I've been here since 2:30. Thanks. I'm here with Drew Cleary. Drew, congratulations. Big accomplishment for you, and you're on to the next round, which is regionals. How do you feel?
Pretty excited. Pretty good day. Yesterday was pretty good.
feeling good and, ready for next week.
Moving on to next week, what are you looking forward to about it?
Of course, another weekend of competing with my team. I am a senior, so, gotta take in every moment I have,
Drew, congratulations. This was a big weekend for you and much more to come from you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, back upstairs, guys.
We can take a quick look down at mat number 2 as the third place match is finishing up. Matt Cruz is about to finish off either a pin or a technical fall. And he'll be moving on next week. That's the end of that match. So, as suspected, the math worked out, Al.
Wow. You are a mathematician.
How about this? Nazareth wins the final 3 weight classes at 189, 215, and 285, all by fall, and will win the district title by 1 point over Bethlehem Catholic because of that.
Well, with that, I think Coach Kroll, he'll be a little excited, wouldn't you not say?
Yeah, I think the Nazareth guys knew it because just watching the team celebrate after that pin at heavyweight by Sean Kinney, that was just really, really impressive stuff. You look down at the medal winners at 215 pounds, waiting for the gold medalist Chase Levy, who was probably celebrating with his teammates. But, man, what a come-from-behind win for Nazareth, as they're going to win the team title.
Wow.
It was not looking good for them.
No, and you said you went back to 19. See what happens when you go historical on us, and you go to 87. That those things happen right away, and pretty impressive at the same time as we see it here. We'll wrap up this and let you know who won here. Carson Wagner, again, a champion at 106. Charlie Bunting at 113. Dante Frenzy at 120. Tyler Kasich at 126. Matt Mayer of Bethlehem Catholic at 132. Andrew Harmon at 138. At 145. Dagan Condomini at 152. Even Gleason of Bethlehem Catholic. Jagger Condomini at 160. Dominic Falcone at 172. And then things started to change. All Nazareth. Drew Cleary had a big victory at 189. Then Chase Levy had the pin at 215. And then Sean Kinney gets the pin at heavyweight to give Nazareth a championship by the slimmest of margins. What were those numbers again, please?
231.5 for Nazareth, 230.5 for Bethlehem Catholic. And just to put that in perspective, again, when you win a final in a 4-place tournament, you get 4 additional points for placement, and then you get 1 point if it's a major decision, 1.5 for a technical fall, or 2 for a fall. So Bethlehem Catholic had a 17-point lead in the team score going into 189 pounds. And all Nazareth did was get 18 points in the final 3, which is ridiculously amazing.
All right, we go down to Joey.
Makes it go a lot easier.
Here with Chase Levy. Chase, congratulations. You've got the gold medal around your neck. You're moving on to regionals next weekend. I'm sure you're smiling underneath that mask. How do you feel?
I feel great. I feel fantastic. I'm ready to get back on the mat, ready to practice, get back in the room with my team.
Been through all this different adversity, coronavirus and everything, not sure what was going to happen with your season and everything. Now you've got a medal around your neck. How has the progression from day 1 to now been for you?
It's been just work. I've been working in the room, outside of the room, focusing on my skills, increasing them. I feel great now, I feel like I've accomplished something. And I'm ready for regionals.
Congratulations, Chase, and best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Back upstairs, guys.
All right, Joey, great job as they wrap up the mat. And, I don't know if they made the official announcement of Nazareth winning the championship. We'll wait a minute here. Looking ahead towards regionals, obviously the opportunity here now is, and I don't think this matters, but you tell me, you're going to a smaller venue. The mat's the mat. You're going on there and you're going to wrestle, and you move on to regionals against a different kind of opponent.
Yeah, but you're gonna have the same guys next week that you placed with this week. So I think that goes to that old saying, iron sharpens iron, right? District 11 wrestling District 11. That's going to happen. And at this point in the postseason, it is survive and move on. The top 3 move on this week to regionals, and the top 4 will move on, I believe, from regionals next week to the super regionals. So, if you're District 11, you just circle the wagons and try to get all 3 guys through next week from your weight class. And, hey, you might have to wind up wrestling each other again. And you heard that from Dom Falcone. He said, I hope to do this 3 more weeks with Sonny Sasso. And I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case, that they wrestled at the regionals, super regionals, and at states.
And again, to be the best, you got to beat the best, and and sometimes the best is right in your own backyard, and we're seeing that. How depending how far you're going to go along. Interesting for Nazareth, even football championship. So football championship, all of a sudden they weren't going to play. They were going to back out. They come, they play, they win the championship. There, and it happened with soccer as well. Here they one match as a duel, and they find themselves as champions.
I just overheard they just named Dave Kroll the District 11 Coach of the Year. You see the trophy presentation there on the right side of your screen. And I guess they're going to name the Outstanding Wrestler. And I don't know who I would pick, but Tyler Kasich was pretty good. But we'll see.
Well, Drew Cleary also.
Yeah. Oh, they gave it to Jack Economidis.
Okay.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, you talk about the most outstanding wrestler in the building. That would be him with a fall in the Landon Muth at 160. So they're announcing the top 5. And it's going to be Emmaus in 5th, Easton in 3rd place, Northampton. And then, as I mentioned, that 1-point margin of victory, Bethlehem Catholic with 230.5 points, and Nazareth 231.5. What a comeback by the Blue Eagles.
0.5 points, the Blue Eagles of Nazareth High School. So here comes a trophy presentation to the Nazareth Blue Eagles, and again, well earned. And Bob Hartman, the chair, will give him the trophy, and there it is. It didn't come easy. You mentioned by 231.5 to 230.5 is the scoring that we have here. Yep. Coming down to the wire. There's the St. Luke's big banner in front of you that you have getting. Joey's right in front there. He'll get a photo at the same time of the champions. And I'll tell you what, it's interesting when you're at the 3A classification, and for years and years, and everyone knows, I'm not the wrestling guy like you are. You're there, you're officiating. But for all the years that I've been covering it, the Nazareth, the Northamptons, the Eastons, the Liberty, we have not only great student athletes, we have great wrestlers, and it's year in and year out. You go to Jordan Oliver, all the different guys that I've covered in the past by seeing it, and you just move forward and see that. And we'll have one more interview coming up here as Joey Draper is going to get Dave Kroll at the same time.
Well, Nazareth L has now finished in the top 4 in this tournament every year since 2003. They're defending champs. They defended their title. They were the champs last year. They're the champs again this year. And another notch in the belt for Dave Kroll.
Yeah, Dave Kroll is down on the floor with Joey Draper, and he wins this one by the slimmest of margins. We go down to Joey.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Coach Kroll of Nazareth. Coach, that was a pretty exciting finish to your day here at the tournament. You are team of the awards by 1 point today. How do you feel?
Pretty surprised, really. I didn't really know what to expect coming in. We competed one time all year long. Like Sean Kinney, who wins the tournament for us if it comes down to his last match, needing a pin to do it. And he hadn't wrestled one match yet, for the whole season. So, it's kind of like an opening competition. You have no idea what to expect, and that was kind of the way it was for us. So our guys did a lot better than I thought. Maybe I'm a little pessimistic at times, but they wrestled pretty well, and their fitness level was better than I thought. And so it was all good. It was just all good.
A lot of gold medals on your team today. I was able to interview a few of the players today. How pleased are you with your gold medalists today?
Oh, yeah, they wrestled well. Like, I think of, Drew Cleary, who's had, back and forth with his guy from Easton that, he's lost to him before. And so he came through big in the finals, with a pin. We didn't know if we were going to win that match. Really, I have to say, definitely happy with the gold medalists, but I was happy with everybody. They wrestled well all the way up and down the lineup.
You're taking this team to regionals, which is coming up in the next weekend. What are you looking forward to in that tournament?
Well, I'm hoping, I mean, usually as the season goes on, you kind of progress. So I'm really hoping that this will be better next week, just because they've had 4 or 5 times the experience all in one weekend from what they've had the rest of the year. So I'm hoping we've learned some things, just pace, just some maybe smaller technical things, but I'm hoping that we're going to see some improvement from everybody.
Coach Kroll, it's been a pleasure. Congratulations to you. You're the coach of the tournament. Your team's the team of the tournament. It's been an excellent weekend for you, and best of luck at regionals.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Thank you. Guys, back upstairs.
Great job by Joey all afternoon long into the evening. I tell you what, that's what our D11 Sports student internship program is about. Seeing these guys, from the start, and ladies, perform and show a passion that they like in journalism and broadcasting, and you teach broadcasting as well, and you know what it's all about, seeing with the students, and to see them have that opportunity to shine, it's great, and I think Joey did a tremendous job today. Hope everyone enjoyed all our coverage, not only on the 2A classification that we also had on our YouTube channel, but also 3A, and all the interviews as well. Kyle, I'll leave you with this. Your final thoughts in this one. We expected something tight. Even Coach Kroll said it. We didn't know. That's unexpected. But at the same time, they win a championship.
Every point counts, Al. You know, in every bout, when you get to a team score race that's as close as this, you look at the third place matches that Nazareth wrestled. They got 2 major decisions in those third place matches. Ryan Fairchild had a major decision at 160 pounds, and they also got a major decision from Jake Doon at 120 pounds. You take those out of the equation, Bethlehem Catholic's the champion. So even though the spotlight's on the finals, right, it's all those other matches that lead up to those finals and those placement matches and those bonus points. When you're in a tight team race, as it presumably will be next week at the regional level between these two teams, that's going to be something to look forward to. And congratulations to Dave Kroll. It's like they've been wrestling all year. The business as usual
amazing
for the Blue Eagles, which is
and
incredible.
it was one time.
Yep.
That'll do it for tonight. Hope everyone enjoyed it. Great job by Kyle Berger, Joey Draper down the floor, Bill Lewis, Sports Fan Base Network, everyone there. Hope you enjoyed all our coverage all weekend long in the 2A classification, 3A classification. Al DiCarlo saying so long as you crown some champions. Best of luck to all the student athletes moving forward into the regional tournament. And congratulations to Nazareth also getting the team award at the end. And there's a good look, at some photos, ending the tonight's program for everything else. So for everybody here, D11sports.com, Al DiCarlo, enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a good night.